Good afternoon, everyone. Ashley from European Relocation Services here. So, quickly before I really get into the body of this video. Afternoon, everyone. Ashley from European Relocation Services. If I said that twice, I apologise, but I'm not sure if the first bit recorded of it. Anyway, good afternoon, everyone, from a beautiful sunny Turin in Spain. Turin is actually in the province of Almeria in the community of Andalusia. Anyway, what we're here to talk about, we're not here to talk about Spain, we're here to talk about Today, what we're here to talk about is European Relocation Services. Us. Who are we? Who is European Relocation Services? We are a family-owned and operated independent removal company. We were founded in 2012. We rebranded as European Relocation Services in 2017 when we A, relocated over to Spain, and B, decided to swap our focus to being primarily on moving people between Spain, UK, and Spain. We can do it in both directions. We went limited last year. In fact, tomorrow is 1 year since we went limited. But as we were founded in 2012, it's 9 years since we were founded overall. As I said, we're a family-owned business. There's me, Ashley, there's Mum, Lynn, and Dad, Paul. So yeah, we're a family business, as I said. We've been operational now 9 years, and it's time we've moved, not like to put a figure on it, but it's definitely into the thousands. So we've definitely moved in thousands of people. Right. Stop waffling for a second. We are a family-owned business. Yep, check. We're limited. Yep, check. We were founded in 2012. Check. Rebranded in 2017 to European Relocation Services. We originally were car trading and logistics. We originally were founded in Hull, England. Yep. We are passionate about providing you with the best possible moving experience. We don't aim to meet your expectations, we aim to exceed and beat them every time. We also aim to ensure your move is as stress-free and relaxed and rememberable as possible, and an enjoyable experience. Now, how do we do that? Well, where we aim to do that is by being open, honest, forward, with great communications, answering your questions, working with you, being as flexible as possible to ensure your needs are met every time we move someone. You might say you're going to move someone once. We move some customers more than once for various reasons. We aim to be as flexible about meeting your needs as possible. And when we say flexible, I'm not just meaning, oh, you wanted the 10th, what we've got on the 9th, okay, it's now the 10th of whatever the month. No, that's not what I mean. When we say flexible, we mean things like you need something doing which may not be standard in some movers' cases. We might be able to do it. We might be able to help. I can't think of the top of an example of that one off my head, but an example of being flexible will come to me, I'm sure. Just 1 second, let's pop it over to our Twitter account just to check what the notifications are. Just bear with me. But yeah, we're a family-owned mover. We are passionate about providing you the best possible service. Our aims are not to meet your expectations. No. Our aim is to exceed your expectations and go that extra mile. And not the old joke because we missed a junction. I'm talking both physically and metaphorically here, going the extra mile. We also aim to make moving and your move as stress-free, relaxed, and enjoyable as possible, and hope to make it so that you can remember with fond memories the day you moved, in most people's cases, from the UK to their dream home, with their dream move to Spain. Okay? That's sort of a bit of who we are. Please feel free to drop some questions in. I'd love to answer some. I do apologise if I'm a bit talking with my hands, but that's just a bad habit I can't break. What else are we? Well, family-owned, yep. Small family-owned independent mover, yeah. Do we ever do house moves? No, we also do caravans, cars. We can offer towing services. So if you need, say, a trailer or a caravan and like to tow from, let's say, the UK to Spain, we can help. We also do regular transport services. So it's not just house moves. We do part loads, full loads, single items, depending on the size, a single item, up to full loads. We do all sorts. Okay. One thing I will say while I'm on the topic of our history, no, not really history, our services, is a move, you should always check your movers' feedback. Okay, always check the feedback. I will actually finish this in the links in the description. Right, I've said we're family owned. I know I mentioned that we were founded in 2012. Check, we were founded in 2012 in Hull. We relocated in 2017 over to Spain, which is also when we rebranded to ERS. Oh, European Relocation Services. We rebranded 2020 technically to ERS Removal Services Limited, but that's what the ERS is. The bit I just said. Our 2017 brand. We operated 70-plate VW Crafter. She's a Euro 6. She's Euro 6 something, I forget, I can't remember if it's A or S. I'd have to look up in the logbook, and I'm not doing that in a minute. She's also fitted with AdBlue. For those of you who don't know AdBlue's a system to help reduce pollutants, to help the fuel. We are based in Spain. Check. While we don't have a garden here any longer, what we do to have is at the base we have numerous pots for plants, and we try and have as many plants as possible. Primarily because Mum Lynn loves her gardening and loves the plants. She doesn't know what she's doing in her own words. She does it because she likes it. But we've only got pots these days. But there's a benefit to that. It also helps with our CO2 a bit. So since I brought up CO2 and carbon footprint, people will be like, we cover a lot of miles. Yes, we do cover a lot of miles. Yes, we will have a carbon footprint. I've never worked out how big it is. I can do if I wish to. We know it's big. Do we take steps to reduce it? We do. There are several ways we take steps to reduce it. The primary one is routing. We aim to always route the vehicle for the most effective route. By effective route, we're not necessarily meaning shortest, we're not necessarily meaning longest, we're not even necessarily meaning that. You may think, oh, shortest was effective, not necessarily. There are cases where we could be doing a few extra miles because the route might be less hilly. Hills obviously do burn fuel. But no, by the most effective, it is the route that's the most effective to enable us to get to our destinations in a time scale that's beneficial to us, our customer, and ideally burning the least fuel as possible. To that end, we ship via New Haven, Dieppe, New Haven, depending on which way we're going. People say, well, so what? The reason we ship there is severalfold. One, it's beneficial to the team. They get 4 hours instead of 90 minutes. Another is, if you ever go through Dover, take the A20 out, or take the A2 out, doesn't matter which, you'll notice there's a big slope, and that big slope burns fuel. All the roads burn fuel, you can say yes. Another reason is, you try and go down Dover, again, the A20, M20 doesn't really matter, hitting the M25. Has anyone ever, and you have, well done, got through at regular hours, we're not talking 2 in the morning, I think, through Dartford Tunnel without hitting a traffic jam? Again, you're barely there. We find that when we leave New Haven, we rarely hit traffic until maybe the M23, but that just depends on where. But yeah, so we'll aim to ship through the most effective port, bring us into where the best location, which often is New Haven for us. We aim to reduce unnecessary dead mileage. We aim to have the most effective routes to hopefully reduce that CO2 and our fuel. We also have an MPG target, which, if I recall correctly, I didn't set it, Dad did, Paul, is 35 MPG, which is generally achieved. Yeah. I'm just going to go cycle over some history since I'm saying who we are. Founded in 2012, yeah. Founded in Hull, check. But I think of it as some things we did in 2012. As strange as it is, nothing's jumping out, so let's go forward a few years. We have over the years, and this is a part of who we are and what we are and what we've done, been to numerous countries. We've been to France, we've done deliveries in France, collected in France, travelled through France. France is somewhere we've been loads. I mean, in talking of France, we've been to Paris, we've been all over, we've been in Bordeaux, we've been across the Mulhouse Viaduct. That's that really tall viaduct in France, and it's Spain then. Probably quite a famous one. We've been to Germany. In fact, Germany is an interesting example of what we've done over the years. Germany is one of the few destinations, with the exception of France, that we've been to both in our CCL days, which is ERS is a continuation of, and our ERSs. We've done, for example, in the CTL days, we did Hull to Mannheim, Kaiserslautern, and a few other places, and back. We've also, in our ERS days, done Germany, Spain, Spain, Germany. So yeah, Germany is a thing. We've also done Italy. So we have been told about Italy that in relation to us as a company is the van has travelled, not the current van, but the previous vans, one of the Lutons, has travelled through the pass to film the original, and I mean the original Italian job on. We've been in the Alps, we've been in the Pyrenees, obviously we've been in the Pyrenees, we travelled through Spain, in and out of Spain. What route do we use to get out of Spain? Principally, we use Somport Tunnel. We do occasionally come in Barcelona Way, which takes us to La Jarancora. A few times we'll come in Iron Way, which is the north of the Basque countries. But as a rule, we will ship through La Jarancora. People are like, well, how can you ship through La Jarancora? Sorry, La Jarancora. We routinely don't ship through La Jarancora. I don't know what I said. How can you ship through Iranash? No, done it again. How can you ship through Somport? A, it's a tunnel. B, it's a road. C, you'd be like, oh, but surely you have to clear customs there. No, we actually, unless the roads are going to the Barcelona neck of the woods or go to the Iron neck of the woods, clear customs in Valencia. We actually use the same depot to clear customs in and out. Valencia. It's not Valencia itself, it's within the Valencia region, and for customs purposes it's called Valencia, but it's actually beside the I think it's the 7 at that. There's 7 at that point, I'll tell you 7. Don't ask me how many times we've been through the Somport tunnel. I would not like to give you figures. We've been through Somport tunnel that many times now. I mean, we must. Assuming we average 2 trips a month, which is our aim, each trip goes through Somport tunnel twice, so that's 4 times a month. We're talking 48 times a year. You're also talking, that is roughly our number of times we will ship across the English Channel a year, about 48 times a year. So that's quite a lot. Yeah. So yeah, as I say, we generally ship through, well, not ship's the wrong word there, we generally transit through Somport to clear customs at, and this is La Jarancora, which is not where we clear customs, at Valencia. Nearly said La Jarancora. I've got La Jarancora on the brain for some reason. Probably because I can say it at the minute. I've struggled to say that, pronounce that one for a while. Yeah. While I'm talking customs, don't worry about them. Yes, since Brexit, there is a bit more involved, well, a lot more involved, but majority of the customs related processes stuff we as a removal company, in your case if you're moving with us, will sort out. Okay, so yeah, okay, please feel free to drop a question in. Thank you for watching. Hopefully I'm not rambling too much. If I am, just say that as well. If there's a specific aspect of who we are or our history you want me to cover, drop it in comments as well. Let's have a quick sip of tea. Yeah. Have we ever shipped through Bilbao in Santander? Yes, we have. Have we ever been through Barcelona port? We have actually, yes. I know I asked that as if I was the person asking a question, but I thought, why not? We have been to the island of Las Palmas. I'm going to pronounce that right. Yeah, you know where Palma is anyway, twice. Both for the same customer on a job from Wigan. This was again back in the days when we were on Illusions, technically CTL days, but as the ERS and the ERS Removal Service Limited is about the same country, it's all the same days really. Have we, as a company, been to the Isle of Wight? No. Have we been to the Isle of Man? No. We'll do both. We just haven't yet done it. Have we been to Ireland? Well, this one's a little interesting. Yes, we've sent those to Ireland, but we've not yet, as a company, sent one of our vans. We, last year, sent on 2 separate loads, 3 separate pallets to the Republic of Ireland. We haven't yet done Northern Ireland. When were we last in Edinburgh? We were last in Edinburgh on our last trip in April, which... we done Wales? Yes. We've done Scotland? Yep. Obviously, I've just said about Edinburgh. We've done over the years, obviously, England. We haven't been, to the best of my knowledge, to Lansdowne. We got pretty close, about 5 miles away on a delivery once. We took some sofas from Hull to a place, as I say, I can't think of the village name, really small village, hamlet more like, few miles from Land's End. So yeah. Furthest north, we haven't yet at the upper end done John O'Groats yet, but we have done Inverness, Aberdeen, Glasgow, Edinburgh, as I said. Aberdeen, talking of company history and who we are, yeah, and talking about other services we do motorbike transport. For example, one of our furthest motorbikes we've done, one of was from Aberdeen to Zurich. If I recall correctly, it's actually Mahaka to Liverpool that wins on the furthest at the minute, but I've checked the mileage there. Can't be a good quality. It's like changing tandem, but yeah. Or is it? Because all joking aside, it's often said that removal persons are T-powered, and that does gives me a quick segue into a quick move tip, which I'm going to drop in. When you're moving, don't pack the kettle, don't pack the teacups, and don't pack the milk, tea bags, coffee, and the likes until the very last second of that, when the band's or is leaving, so that you've got the ability to have a cup of tea during the day, or a coffee, or a hot chocolate, whatever you drink. You know what I'm saying. Anyway, back to the company history and who we are. Family-owned, check. Independent, check. Passionate about providing the best possible customer service we can, check. Knowledgeable, I would say check. Hopefully you would agree on that. We've got hundreds of removal tips on our website. We've got removal advice videos. If you go back on the channel, you'll actually find a 25-minute video on moving tips. What's the furthest? So, I suppose west is the best way in Spain we've been. Okay, we've done deliveries to a village, town, not village, I apologize, can't remember its name. It's beyond Malaga. We've done there. What's one of the most unusual you've done to Spain? Unusual is a subjective term, but my favourite we've done to Spain was the rules of grass, artificial grass for a lawn bowling club in Nerja, N-E-J-A, Nerja, in the Malaga province. We took that from a factory in Boston. Obviously, not often when doing house moves, stuff is pretty standard, but that's one that sticks out in memory. What's over the years one of our longest individual loads? Well, there's several candidates. Obviously, we have done, back when we was running out of Hull, we have done wood from Imigum to a building site. That was 3 trips, and I believe that was pretty long. I'm not sure exact length on that. Another one we've done that's long up that neck was we've done the GPS signal mast for a survey boat. That's going back. That'll be about 2015 or 16. I couldn't tell you the exact year. I'd have to check. That was 4 meters long. That from Grimsby Docks to Boston Docks, Boston, Lincolnshire, before anyone thinks I'm in Boston, America. And then a few weeks later, we did the exact reverse. Have we ever taken the Channel Tunnel? Yes, we have taken the Channel Tunnel to the company once. We took it from our delivery close to Christmas a few years back from Hull to Paris. We were delivering some display shelving units. No, display shelf. I'm not sure if there were units to Paris, an industrial estate, and then back. We've done Dunkirk. Yep. Have we ever been caught in Operation Stack over the years? Thankfully, we've only ever been caught in that properly once. That was in the days when my ferry link was dying and it was the strikes over all that. That's the only time we've ever been caught in the stack that I can think of. Have we ever been to Anglesey? Not that I can recall from company history. Since I was on about Ireland earlier, I thought I'd bring Anglesey up. Do we do the Scottish Highland Island? If someone wants to move to there from Spain or from there to Spain, yes, we will. Just bear in mind, obviously, the additional costs of the ferries. As we mentioned, we've done the Island of Palma. Yes, we do the Balearics. We don't, as a rule, do the Canaries. Those are logistical reasons. That's one of the biggest reasons we won't do the Canaries and haven't done the Canaries is the week on the ferry and the sheer expensive ferries. It's just not economical to send a vehicle with a load on board, in our case, or in our customer's case, the Canaries. Okay. Is there anywhere in mainland Spain we don't cover? Nope. Anywhere on mainland Spain we will cover within reason, depending on the size of loads, obviously. Have we ever been to Madrid? Yes, we have been to Madrid a few times. London, Paris, we haven't done Rome or Berlin using capital cities. We've been past Brussels a fair few times, but we've never been to Brussels. Have we ever been to airports in our history? Yes, we have. We've, over the years, on a few occasions, been to a few airports, never onto the runway, never onto the active airfield or anything, just to cargo terminals or to warehouses within the airport complex. I was in Jamaica on this one, so I don't know, wasn't involved in this particular one. We did do taking some stuff from a movie prop company to EasyJet at Leeton, and then back a few years back. So yeah, we've done all sorts. I mean, we've also delivered to East Midlands Cargo Terminal. We've a few ports we've never been to, which might surprise people because we were founded in Hull. We have never, as a company, been on the Port of Hull. We've done Grimsby, Imigum, Boston. We haven't done Goole either. We've never been on as a company shipping or collecting a load from the Port of Hull. We've been through Dover, obviously, Dunkirk, Calais, New Haven, Dieppe. Barcelona, Bilbao, Portsmouth, Santander, Palma Mallorca, and a few others. But never the port of Hull. Yeah. Hopefully, this gives you a bit of an idea who we are as ERS. Thank you for watching. Have a great afternoon and goodbye, everyone. Thanks again. Adios.